SimLicy here. So welcome back to another speed build, and this time I would call it a tiny home, but it's very modern and very minimalist. Very different from anything I ever build. And honestly, I wasn't really sure if I should share it or not, because I was like, well, it's not really that exciting, and it didn't take me very long. It took me about an hour to build. And yeah, so I wasn't really sure, but I went back into it and I looked back at the build and I was like, it's actually really pretty, and it would probably really suit some different sort of Sims than I normally think of, because most of the Sims I think of aren't very minimalist. They have all different types of personalities, but they're definitely not minimalist. And not that I'm the most cluttery person in the world, because there's definitely some pretty cluttery builders out there, but I love it. I love the clutter so much. And yeah, I'm probably up there with the clutter people, but yeah, I don't know. It's very different, but I hope you guys like it anyhow. It's got kind of a black and gray scheme, but pops of yellow. I was yeah, I can't remember what exactly spurred it on. Maybe I'll be able to remember when I get onto the interior. But yeah, I was just trying to build something that was very calm and neat, kind of just really tidy, and for a Sim that, I don't know, maybe they're not here very often, or maybe they're here all the time, they just don't like clutter. I don't know. I don't really have a specific Sim in mind. I saw an image on Pinterest, no surprise to anybody, and yeah, it looked really cool. It looked pretty similar to this. It was like a box with these big open windows, and it had a nice porch. And what I really liked about it was the two white chairs that were sitting in the on the side in that little porch area. So that's why I built it this way and put the white chairs outside. I just thought it looked really, I don't know, just looked really nice. And yeah, on the interior, I used a lot of the new stuff that came with the new fitness stuff pack, because when that pack first came out, I thought about building something very modern, very kind of woodsy, I guess. I don't know. I really want to build a cabin with it and build like a really modern lakeside cabin. I've tried a couple of times, but I'm not really sure exactly how I want it to look. I haven't really found my style for it yet. So hopefully a cabin will be coming in the future, hopefully sooner than later. But for now, we get a little minimalist tiny home, perfect for a single Sim or a couple. I mean, and it's pretty cheap too, because I left it so minimal. There's not a whole lot of artwork or clutter. It's, I think, around 40,000 simoleons, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's not a starter by any means, but if you have a couple that have been living together for a while, they could totally afford this, I'm sure. And if you needed to, I'm sure you can add an addition to add like a little nursery or a little child's room or whatever. Or if you wanted a roommate, I'm sure you could probably figure that out. You might even be able to add a staircase and build an addition up on the second level, and yeah, make it a little bit bigger. That'd be pretty cool. I would love to see it if you ever did. But I am working on a bigger build, and I am so tired today. Because, okay, so my husband got home late from work last night, and he was like, you know, I told the guys that I would cover the shift in the morning because they all have kids, and it's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, by the way, to my fellow American viewers. Oh, that sounded very commercial. But yeah, so he told them that he would cover the morning, so he got home at 10 and had to be back at work at 5. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay up. I'm gonna stay up and build. I'll help him get up in the morning. And so I did. I stayed up till about 3 in the morning. Well, yeah, about 3:30, and then I made sure he was getting up. But yeah, so I built the whole time. I actually had this entire like structure built, and I went in and started furnishing it. And did I push record? No, I didn't. I actually shared that at 3 or so in the morning. I was like, I didn't record anything. I was just doing, and I had some good suggestions. You know, people were like, well, one good suggestion was like, just do a video tour, but I didn't save it. I was so mad that I just exited out of the game and didn't save. I was like, we'll come back to this another day. So I have a big build coming. It's for my Sim that I created the other day. If you haven't seen her yet, she was my garden Sim. Yeah, I think she's really beautiful, and I really like that Sim a lot. So I've been creating her a home, and you guys left me so many good suggestions for what she should have. And yeah, I decided to go with a farm for, it's sort of a cottage style because a lot of people were saying cottage, but it's definitely a farmhouse look. So I'm really excited for it. And I didn't want to do any video tours. I didn't want to have to just include images of it and the screenshots that I didn't record, so I'm just gonna start over. I'll go back to it probably later today, and yeah, I'm just so frustrated. Like, I stayed up so late and I could have just slept. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. It's always good to practice and learn and try new things, because I did mess around with like the barn area and I tried adding a pond, and the barn turned out really cute, so I'll rebuild that again, because that looked really nice, but the pond I didn't really like so much, so I don't know. If you guys still have any more ideas or haven't seen the video yet, go back to my garden sim and leave your ideas for her and what I have to say about her. Or yeah, I don't know, anything you'd like to see in a farm in general. It's not a very big house, but it's on a big lot, so yeah, I thought that would be lots of fun. But as you can see, the interior is coming together. It's very minimal. It's so weird to build so clean and so tidy. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys like this type of build? I probably won't do this very often, to be honest, just because I like clutter and I like to give my builds a lot of personality and make them look lived in. Even though I like this and would be curious to see the type of Sims that you guys would think would live in this house, I don't really have a particular Sim. I don't know, maybe a couple that doesn't want to have any kids, and I don't know, I'm trying to think of stuff off the top of my head. Maybe they just, I don't really know. I have no idea what kind of Sim would live here, but I'm sure you guys have some in mind. I would love to hear it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm making a lot of use of the new stuff that came with the pack, the fitness stuff pack, and I think it looks really good. Like, this stuff is pretty sleek and classy looking, so yeah, I don't know, I like it. But it is open kind of studio design. You could close that off if you wanted a bit more privacy, but the front door is kind of blocked with those pillars, so it creates a little bit more privacy. You can't necessarily see into the bedroom, but if you were standing at the front door, you probably could. But the bathroom's closed off, and that's all that really matters, I guess. And as for the landscaping, I just add a few little planter boxes. I do a little fire pit with a couple of seats around it, and yeah, the lounge chairs and one of those little heat lamps. I don't know. It's a pretty cool house, though. It turns out I like the pops of yellow a lot, in contrast with the really like muted gray and the dark black colors in here. It's really, I don't know, pleasing to have the bright yellow against the dark colors, I think. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this build, and hopefully I'll be able to have my bigger build come out soon. I have a collab tomorrow, by the way. That's been built for a while, but I just need to finish editing it and record the voiceover tonight, and it'll be up tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing that, I've had so many collabs over this summer. It's been so fun. Yeah, this one's a pretty big build, and it's with 4 people, so yeah, hopefully you guys will like that. And yeah, see, so I'm just adding a couple planter boxes, and I merged these kind of, what do you call those? They're more like wired flower boxes. The flowers look like they're built on wires. I've merged those in with it. And don't these little seats look like ice cubes? I was like, oh, okay, because I was going to try to continue with the white theme of the chairs, and I was like, no, they look like ice cubes. I'm just going to make them brown. Maybe I should have made the chairs brown too. I don't know. But the original image that I saw had these really white chairs outside, and it just looked so cool. I was like, I like that a lot. So I just add a little bit of grass and rocks, and not a whole lot for landscaping. 1 tree just to sort of tie it in with the scenery, but I don't imagine them to want to have to take care of any yard, have to mow any grass, or, I mean, even though the whole lot is grass, they're probably just, yeah, they don't want to do a whole lot of gardening. They're not gardening people. But anyways, I hope you guys like this build, and I hope you guys like the screenshots. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye!